November 3, 2022, session 1147 of these inner journeys that I facilitate through the Omega Communications portal. Therefore, as Lani, I begin this session again. I open my heart, I open the pathway and the connections directly to you and to anyone else connected with you who would be receiving this energy pattern if they were wanting it and needing it. There's always a bigger connection that often we are not aware of, but it still exists. So as we begin this session today, breathe in naturally, and as you breathe out, enter the dimensional pattern where we know the station of light exists. Perhaps this represents a particular healing space for you, or an area that you can access whatever information you need. And so each time you enter this pattern, at any time, you can receive something more than the spoken word. So be here, present in this moment, as we begin today. Welcome to this space as we continue to work with you. I'm representing the collective commissioned beings here, commissioned by yourself, commissioned by the cosmic consciousness field of all of the information and the patterns of frequency, energy systems that you need, as referred to at other times. You are receiving what you could designate and identify as the master code. This is important for you, and again, there may be some of you who are aware that you have stepped into a different zone and you are being adjusted and assisted by your own group of supporting team. These teams will appear to you as individuals or a group. Do not be limited by trying to identify them, because the team changes, as indeed the needs that you have change, and also the information that you bring forward to participate in an overall establishment of an expanded consciousness civilization comes to you, and you are extending that into the overall consciousness network that expands out from here, through here, and beyond. There is still that quantum field of connected consciousness for you to be aware of. Now, this is not the energetic framework that has been constructed, in a sense, to surround you, and therefore it acts as a field that will continue to suppress many of your creations that are to come forward. So in stepping into this higher consciousness field, you are accessing the field of consciousness of the cosmic intelligent network. And this is what we refer to as the consciousness, the energetic matrix of the field of creation, of the first principle of life. This is the mainstay for you, the essential pattern. You know this, and you readily accept it because it is an aspect of your own core energy essence, that self. While many of you are actively engaged in creations in some form through learned mechanical or engineering in some way, fundamental practices, others of you are creating in different fields, and it is all necessary, it is all part of the oneness. And there are those of you who will make suggestions to the pattern makers and to the constructors. And this is how you bring in the inspired creations that you tap into when you move into connections to the higher field civilizations existing. It must flow through all of the beings present within the civilization as it exists now. This is the way of creation. You access, either in dream state or trance state, or entering into these expanded consciousness fields, which indeed are identified as different levels of consciousness of trance. And this level also awakens you from the entrancement and the entrainment that many people have succumbed to. So we refer to these different levels, and all the time we bring your focus back to the expanded framework of consciousness, the energy center of creation. Now we are again bringing your attention to the streams of consciousness, the fields of energy around you. And these are continuing to engage you in the energetic shift into the pathway that has not been compromised in any way. It restores an original timeline and set of functions for the humanoid body and activates the aspects that are needed moving forward into the ongoing creation you are participating in, which you agreed to. Therefore, if you feel you are reconnecting back through your timeline, connecting into the source of creation for you, this is correct. This is not just an assumption, this is reality. The manifestation of the realization following through the connection. In this way, you are the ones who have identified yourself as the prime creator in your lifetime, and you therefore connect with other people around you who are aware also of the prime creative encoded information, naturally encoded, inherent within you. And here it is being presented in a verbalized way, communicated to you, so that you receive it in the multi-dimensions of you. all necessary, all important. You will be receiving this more clearly as you allow that energy stream you are receiving to flow through all of your pathways, connections, amplifying what is needed, bringing you into the connections that are needed. And the need is simply not from a lack, but it is an acquisition of the connections that had either been weakened or not present fully in the reality that you have created now. You are the creator. And we are here to remind you of this, and to bring the energy around you for you to experience in this clear state of connection. And because you are in this clear state of connection here, the application of thoughts simply have no effect, because the level of consciousness that contains the egocentric thought patterns does not exist in this level of consciousness here with us. You are simply the pure element of creation, expressing your soul center. From this connection, now you will be aware of the many others with you, in a sense encircling this field of consciousness that is the planetoid named Earth, and receiving energy and information patterns that are drawn to the consciousness state of where you are. And these may be from the observer beings, aspects who have been drawn into this expanding consciousness field you are experiencing and participating in the creation of. Celebrate this in you and allow the energy to flow through you. Are you aware of greater clarity within your systems and around you? Perhaps clearer thought patterns, a clearer sense of freeness within your energy formation that is the body. It is all significant. And when you acknowledge the changes and the shift, this compounds the sense of what we are encompassing you within and what you are energetically receiving. Be aware of this as you draw it into your presence as you are here. There are many other connections being made through your presence in this station, in the state of being within this energy field. And some of these connections will become known to you. The shifts, the changes, the perceptions that you become aware of are all relevant. And this is the presentation today. I withdraw now Aurum out. Surrounding you now as you are present in what we identify as the receiving area of the station, there is this vast group of beings, and they are holding you in a field of observation, of appreciation, of support. This seems to be an important session because you are being fully acknowledged of who you are and how you have allowed yourself to be clear and to be clearly present in this state, and therefore clearly present as your own life form in your locality. So take all of this into you and bring yourself back to connect very deeply into your form, into the energy of the form and around the form. Take in a natural breath, and as you breathe out, bring it all down from above your head right down to the soles of your feet. I'm sure you'll feel a shift in how you feel, in your energy in some way, being refueled or recharged with the solar portal energy, recharging you from your soul and the conscious, intelligent, energetic matrix of creation. So thanks from myself, Lani, and thanks to the creative artists and the creativeness in you. I've enjoyed bringing this to you today, and this ends this session through the Omega Communications portal. Enjoy this. Thank you.